Story time.
That wasn't very Halloweeny.
All right, I'll bump it up.
Did somebody just shoot at it?
Yeah, it got him too.
Like that noise. I could just see it like getting hit by his like a full spread of a shotgun just flying back.
Because it's fucking annoying. It's making those noises out by the dumpster.
It's still some old guy with the double barrel just hits both triggers and lays him
I want
out.
to sleep tonight, goddammit.
Go and kill me, a little son bitch.
I don't know what it is, but you can die.
Little devil. Hey, speaking of devils, Max.
Yo, what you got, my friend?
Well, thanks to YouTube user,
Ollie Pittingilly.
we have a neat link and story to tell you about.
Okay, so this dude's a good fan. He offered to draw us a picture.
Yeah.
And he's really good at drawing, too. He would call he would call it painting. Because that's what they are.
I would call it extreme picture making pretty time.
Wizard fantasy, awesome.
Wizard fantasy awesome with a mix of jazz and soul.
Soul cake.
Soul cake.
There. I'm
Love pie.
love pie. I'm loving that word tonight. Soul cake.
Hey,
Yo.
so yeah, go check out his stuff. He's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Check out the link that I am posting so you can read up on this alleged witch, what is this? Witch interview.
It's very Halloweeny.
That was very good of you. That was very
Well,
Halloween.
you know, I'm still hurt from my last Jason Statham effort.
Anyway, so here goes the story.
Oh.
Yeah,
So,
that's your
okay.
cue.
Here goes the voice. Okay. I don't know if you talk like this. This is how I hear you in my mind. This is.
By the way, we mean no offense by this.
Yeah, no offense is meant. This is just how I hear British people, or more so how I want to hear them, so that's how I'm going to do it. Okay. This is a true story. With my own video to show. Please make a mention, if nothing else. It was taken a few years ago. ... I used to live near Dartmoor National Park in the UK. Shire. Google it. It's known for its legendary stories from hundreds of years ago, including stories of demons, beasts, and ghosts. Sherlock Holmes, Hound of the Baskervilles, was written about Dartmoor. Google it if you don't know it. Knowing this, I went onto various websites, trying to find out more about what might be happening today in the moors. Moorland is an open land. Wow.
Did you say Moorland?
Yeah, he's saying that right here. The moors.
Oh.
Moorland is an open land. Usually...
More like Mordor.
Oh,
The Hobbit.
we should get cultured one day. Usually would be to soil covered... Beetles covered with heather and bracken moss. Creepy as hell. I discovered that it is alive with witchcraft. Witchcraft. That's hard to say with that word.
I'm sure there's some witchcraft in there too.
I said witchcraft.
I'm sure there's some witchcraft out there.
Don't inquire me! That was insanely satisfying to say with that accent. I'm gonna... Next time I get just like a traffic debacle, I'm gonna step out of my truck and go, Boy! Don't inquire me!
Get out of here. Don't touch that, boy.
Up to... That woke the neighbors up, I'm sure. Why does he have a boy over there? What's he doing? Up to today is alive with witchcraft. Up to today. So, I wanted to find evidence. I went out looking for signs of witchcraft. I found loads. Walking off the tracks, I found many sites where there could have been ritual... not you, dude. Where there could have been ritual killings of lambs and other animals, including circles of woven bramble, a spiky plant, with fresh wool covered in blood. Dude, really? Like,
Yeah.
he found a... Oh, that's kind of creepy.
That's when you call the cops, man.
Well, they don't have those over there in Britain. They have the wizards and the guys who ride the dragons.
I've got cops. They got bobbies.
Blue manies, covered in blood, with stones.
Wait, is that what the blue meanie is?
Yeah.
They're cops?
Yeah.
Oh.
With stones covered in blood stains.
That's not very offensive.
Not really. It's like Yellow Submarine.
Is that about war?
Yellow Submarine?
Yeah.
No, it was a drug movie, and it was awesome. I didn't even need to take drugs. It's like Paul McCartney would sing, and George Harrison would talk about like telephone things that had feet, and John Lennon would be in Neverland talking to some fucking little creepy cuddly thing, and it's making shit appear. His name is Jeremy and shit. And then they have to go to Pepperland and free some motherfucker or something. I don't even know, but it was badass. I have that shit on VHS.
Grease some. So they shoot him? Okay. Anyway, back to the Shire.
On Halloween, back to Middle Earth. On Halloween, I devised to go out and put some biblical scripture into rocks around the areas I found. Just to piss off the witches and stop their wicked ways. I found a video of the day, but the weirdest thing on the day was when I came close to the places I knew were active. I had a huge pain in my teeth, and fog came in off the trees and surrounded me. I got lost so many times during the day, and in a huge national park. That's pretty fucking creepy, scary, motherfucker.
Got turned around in here.
Got turned around. Kendall, you ever been out somewhere? Obviously, we've never experienced fog, like British fog.
Well, no, not British fog. I mean,
it's not.
I mean, I used to hang out in Newport Beach all the time, and that get pretty fucking foggy out there.
We get fog here. It actually comes in pretty good, but see, it always comes in off the golf course, and it looks like serial killer fog. It's wonderful. It's cool because being from Arizona, I never experienced fog like. Anyway, you ever been out in the wilderness and gotten turned around?
Oh, like all the time.
Gets like there's that moment of anxiety.
Yeah,
like
you feel trapped.
Fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah.
I mean, you feel like the force is closing in on you. You almost get a sense of vertigo. Like the trees seem like so tall, and you can't really see the sky, and it's pretty intense. You better slap on your head pretty fast, otherwise you're gonna die.
Survivor man.
So
So the last place I wanted to go was in a place that Satan himself was said to have killed someone, Saruman. I felt I was being watched. It was night. What?
Yeah, the Eye of Sauron.
It was night, and once I reached the location, I saw the light come down on the valley, where no one could live or drive. So I left in a rush. I turned around and saw a man in an old top hat coming down the hill following me. I ran faster, and he was dressed in an old Victorian outfit, like the turn of the century.
Steel Hill Jack.
Spring Hill Jack. I waited till I was near the car before I turned around again, and he was gone. There was nowhere for him to go or hide. The moors have no high trees or anything for this man to hide. Really, true, and really not that interesting, but this video shows more. And then he posts a video. It is kind of interesting. So don't say that about your story, man. It's interesting. It actually is, because it's creepy. If I were out in National Park, turn around, saw a dude chase me with a top hat, turn of century clothes, I wouldn't want any part of that.
No, top hat. That means rape is about to be initiated.
That's a signal that the thing wearing the top hat, whether it be a chimp or a human, has a large pingus.
It's your Topham hat.
He was hung.
That's why they called him Sir Topham Hat.
That's why he was apparently knighted or something. It was a sir.
Well, that's why all the engines on the island of Sodor were always smiling.
Oh, God damn it.
They knew the secret.
What about Toby?
Oh, he never got any of the pingus, so he didn't know.
Why was this guy out there boinking machines?
Because they could talk, man. They were people.
Doesn't mean you stick your junk in them.
Why not? It's got feelings.
Oh, God damn it.
Did you see his wife? Look how blocky she is, man. I wouldn't hit that.
You know when he gave it that, she got it good though.
She'd be in bed for the week.
Oh, God damn it. I see you're in crutches this week, Mrs. Topham Hat.
Fall down the stairs again? Funny, I thought you had a one-story house.
Oh, God damn it. So, coming down off of that, it's pretty hard to do. I thought it might be nice.
I just ruined my own childhood. Oh, God.
If we shared something similar that may have happened to us. I know I have one. I don't know if you have one, Kendall.
I got some stories, I guess. I've seen some shit.
Go on.
You know.
Who wants to go first here?
I don't know. Trevor the Tractor. Oh, my God.
Well, he could go on all day about Sir Topham Hat. Trying to feel his nips. But we got a show to do here.
Slender Man doesn't wear a top hat, so...
No. And I'm pretty sure he's not hung like a frickin' demon goat.
But Sir Topham Hat is.
Yeah, he is. He could lay waste to shit with that thing.
Sir Topham Hat. I didn't know he had a cane. Oh. You're not leaning on a cane. Anyway, well, I mean, there's this creepy lot next to your house, Max.
Yeah, there used to be, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, and we would all adventure out there at night with airsoft guns because we thought that would save us from the powers of hell.
Yeah, and usually we'd take a minority friend with us.
As a sacrifice.
As a backup plan.
Well, someone had the brilliant idea, I think it was Max, to fan out. And if you hear anything, you know, just say it.
Hey, if it's a bad idea, it's not mine.
Okay, well, somebody said let's all fan out. So we all went to different corners of the field. Mm. And in my corner, there's something rustling in the bushes. So I turned on the ultra bright single LED blue flashlight on my airsoft rifle, and because this was years ago before I bought real guns, you know, before my balls dropped and I became a man.
Kevin would disagree.
Yeah, he was born with a dropped sack. But anyway.
God damn it.
But anyway, so I light up the bush pretty well, and there's this, I'd say about 4 foot something tall, humanoid type figure kind of in the bush. It had kind of like leathery, blackish skin. It was really hard to tell. It might have been like reflective fur. I don't even know. It was just hard to tell. Anyway, so I, instead of doing the right thing and calling for backup, I just flipped and just ran whole ass back into the house and left everybody out in the field to die.
People are like, well, what's so fucking special about this field? Well, I'm kind of saving this story, but I'll tell one story. Is that this field, we had always been seeing things in this field, because there's a reason that we were always going out there trying to find something. Is because my buddy Justin and me were out one night, out in the yard playing war or whatever, I don't know, walking around the backyard, and I lived on a pretty big piece of land. And there was a house catty corner, and there's a field next to the house that was catty corner. It was probably 3 or 4 acres over. And the moon was out that night. I remember the moon being specifically bright. And he stopped to tie his shoe, and I kept walking forward. And as I got to the edge of my property, near the fence, I looked over at this big, large field that was catty corner to the house that was already catty corner. So it's quite a ways over. And I could make out this shape that was kind of what Kendall described. It was about 4 feet tall. It wasn't very tall. Is definitely standing up, and it definitely wasn't something that belonged there. Having lived there all those years, I knew what was in that field and what wasn't. And I said, Justin, come over here, bro. And Justin wears glasses and he doesn't have the keenest eyesight, so I had to really point it out to him. And I have perfect eyesight. I could fly airplanes if I wanted to. And I can clearly see that it looks like its back is turned towards us. And keep in mind, it is pretty far away. But there's nothing in the field obstructing my view or anything. And I can see the bottom of the field, which is a completely different color than the things sticking out of it, such as trees or bushes. And there's nothing around it. And it's standing upright. And it looks like it probably has its back towards us. And it looks like its head might be haunched down, like it's sort of fiddling with something. I can't explain. And me and Justin were out there with airsoft guns, and he had a laser pointer on his. And I was like, dude, we have to do something. This is too creepy. Is it a person? What is that? And it wasn't very late either. It was probably 9 o'clock. It wasn't like 4 in the morning or anything like that. So I said, well, let's shine the laser at it. We shined the laser at it, and it didn't do anything. But we could clearly see that it was shuffling around and moving while standing in the same place. You could see its shoulders going up and down and all that. We shined a laser at it. We were just like, what the hell? And then, because we had airsoft guns and we're idiots, I don't know what we were expecting to happen, we shot a pellet at it. And there's no way that the pellet made it all that way over. But I think, Justin might remember, I don't know. I think that when we shot the pellet, it moved, if I remember right. And we freaked out and ran. We went back out about 45 minutes later, an hour later, and nothing was in that spot. The next day, Kevin, who we always talk about, lived in that house that was catty corner. Kevin came over. He's like, guys, come check out this thing in the field. We're like, oh shit, what is this? And we went out in that field, and there was a bird, a pigeon, that had been gutted in a really weird way. Like, there's a lot of dead pigeons around there. They're always dropping dead. And this one had been gutted, was gutted down, not down, but across its chest. And there were feathers all over the field from this bird. All of its down and all of its outer feathers were all fanned out across the field. And it was right in the area where whatever we saw was standing. And it was creepy as shit. And I don't know what it was, but that's why we were always out in that field looking for something. And maybe that's what you saw, Kendall.
I have no idea what that thing was.
I have no idea. I mean, it could have been a kid for all I know. I don't know.
I mean, it could have been
Kevin.
Some doped out meth addict.
Which is creepy. Yeah. But that's what I saw. And there's more stories that I might tell later on. That's what I saw. I'm not crazy. I'm a little touched, but I'm not delusional. I don't see things that aren't there, I don't think. That's plainly what I saw, and somebody saw it with me, so there you go.
Mm-hmm.
We went out in that field so much looking for that thing. No, there was one other instance where the same friend and I won't tell it now, I'll save it, but the same friend and me saw it again. I guess it was the same thing, or something really similar. Saw it again, and it was a lot closer and a lot longer of a
encounter
experience. Yeah. Okay, girl.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off and go play some Kobe Bryant courtside.
Oh boy,
on the Nintendo.
My favorite.
So. See you next time on Halloween Madness 2012.